What does it take to survive a week in non-modded Project Zomboid? I know surviving a week does not sound like a lot. I am horrible at this game. I have played 88 hours of Project Zomboid so far. So I'm going to do the best I can to do a week and just keep going. I've also only played modded for some reason. I've never played vanilla. I'll be starting in Rosewood, and these are my traits. So let's see how long I can go for. So I spawned in a house and just looked around to see what I could find. I grabbed a couple VHS tapes, found some weapons, a frying pan, and a rolling pin. Not exactly the best weapons, but anything works. I did look around for some food as well because, I mean, it's a necessity. And I also found a water bottle, which was good, and filled it up because, I mean, it's water. I also found a can opener, which was an amazing find. Great start, by the way. I did eat some food, and then I sat down to watch Life and Living. After Life and Living went off, I did look on the VHS tapes because, I mean, I didn't know if they give EXP or not, which one of them ended up giving me electrical EXP, which is great. I looked around the house some more, but I didn't really find much else. And Life and Living was back on, so I just went back to it, which in turn I just got some cooking EXP. I didn't know if it was really useful or not, because I've never actually cooked in this game, but I'll take it. While I was watching it though, I did decide to try to read a book, which was Agriculture Volume 1, because apparently it gives me more EXP for farming stuff, and I needed that later on, I guess. But it took forever to read this thing. Holy shit. Like, actually, it took so long. Eventually, I did finish it though, and I just ended up looking on the map to see what was around me. I ended up cooking some pork and deciding to head out to look for more houses. And then, this happened. Oh, that is so annoying, bro. Yep, the house had an alarm. Of course it did. So I immediately ran out because I'm not waiting for the horde of zombies to show up. Which I followed the road because, I mean, I didn't really know where else to go. I saw a road. Then I found like a main road, like a highway, and I decided to look at my map, which I found another road, and I went up to that road. And I found a car. It had a bunch of tools in it, like a wrench, a lug wrench, a screwdriver, and even a tire. It was locked. So I broke the window, and then I realized I didn't have anything equipped. I scratched my arm, and I was bleeding. I also did not have a bandage. I tried looking through my clothes to see if I could rip something into a rag, but I didn't have any clothes I could do that with. And to make it worse, the car didn't even have a key inside of it, so it was not worth it at all. Eventually, I just walked down to the road and found a house. There was a zombie inside, so I just killed it. I looked in the zombie and found a tank top, which I just ripped into rags. Cleaned it in the sink and just wrapped my arm up. And I went back outside, and there was another zombie, so I killed that one too. Luckily, the zombie had a watch, which I definitely needed so I could know which times I could get back home and also watch Life of Living TV. And then 2 more zombies just came out of nowhere. And for some reason, they took so many hits. I don't know why. Eventually, I killed both the zombies. I just went back inside. The zombie I killed inside, I dragged his body outside because I'm pretty sure leaving them inside can make the character sick or something. Didn't want to risk anything. I searched the rest of the house for some food and whatever else I could find. I ate the rest of the pork I had cooked earlier and just sat down for a bit because my character was exhausted. After that, I just went back outside and there was another zombie. I genuinely just walked past it. I didn't really feel like doing anything with it. I found another house and just started searching it. I turned Life and Living back on, and there was a zombie in one of the bedrooms, so I just killed it. Took the screwdriver off of it. And I also took her shoes. I don't know why. I think it had a better protection, maybe. I sat on the couch and just watched Life and Living, and when it turned off, I went back to the sink and cleaned another rag because the bandage on my arm was dirty. I searched the cabinets and found some tools underneath the sink, which I'm pretty sure were good for later on, but I didn't know for sure. Then I checked the bedrooms, and somehow I found the key to that van from earlier, which I was so happy to find, because genuinely, the amount of space in that van was crazy. I searched around a little more and just found a sheet, which I turned into a makeshift bag. And I went to go walk out of the front door.
What's up, man?
Jumped horribly, but I lived. There was just a zombie sitting right outside the door. I went back outside and just killed the zombie. I finally went back to the van. I had the key, I had the tools, I had everything I needed. And there was no gas. Of course there wasn't. So I just looted everything from the van. And then I brought it all back to the house. At this point, I thought it was a good time to go to sleep. So I just went back to the house and I dragged the chair in front of the door and set an alarm, and then I just went to sleep. And I literally woke up 3 hours later for some reason. My character was paranoid. I didn't really know what caused it. Maybe I did something. I genuinely have no idea. I just changed my bandage and just read for the rest of the night. On day 2, after I got finished reading the book, I just got up and moved the chair out of the way. I went out to the living room to watch Life and Living and just read another book. Eventually I got up to make food because I didn't even realize my character was starving, so that's what I did. After that, I finished reading Mechanic Volume 1 and grabbed some other books that I could read whenever I got bored or depressed. After getting the food that I made, I opened up my map and started labeling some of the stuff around me that I might need to remember for later. Once I finished everything, I finally went out to go explore. I went down the road I hadn't been on yet, and I just found a zombie and killed it. I kept going down the road and eventually found an abandoned agriculture place. Unfortunately, most of the food there was already rotten, so it wasn't really useful. Couldn't do much with it. Right next to it, though, I did find a little room that had a generator in it. There was a zombie outside, so I just killed it. And there was some weapons, leather gloves, and a bunch of tools. Which the generator was a huge find. Sadly, though, I didn't have anywhere else to take it, so I had to leave it there, and I just marked it on my map. After I just collected all the things I could, I just went back home and just stayed there. I dropped off everything that I picked up so I wasn't overloaded, and I just watched more Life of Living. When I got done, I just walked back to the room, put the chair in front of the door, and went back to sleep. On day 3, I woke up around 4:30 in the morning for some reason. I guess my character just did not like sleeping anymore, but it's whatever. I moved the chair out of the way. I grabbed some food and just went back to watching Life and Living again. After that, I decided to go back to the van from day 1, which I grabbed a tire from the back of the van and just researched it. It gave me a recipe, which I didn't know was actually useful or not, but I thought it was pretty cool. Which, in turn, I just went back down the road and I found a few zombies. After dealing with the zombies, I kept walking and eventually found a hotel and a gas station. I marked both on my map for later because there was way too many zombies for me to handle, and I didn't know if I could actually loot it or not without dying. So I just left and walked and walked and walked. And I finally found something, which is a little food van, and it says, "Sup balls." Nice. I decided to sit in the car for a little bit and get some rest because my character was exhausted and I didn't want to risk anything. And I got back up and just walked some more. Eventually, I found a big hangar that looked like it was mostly used for agriculture supplies. There was a bunch of stuff inside, so I looted what I could and marked it on my map. And then a zombie just walked in, so I killed it. Found another hangar nearby and had to deal with some more zombies. There wasn't anything too interesting inside. I just grabbed whatever I thought I would need for later. But behind it there was a little shack, but it just had some more of the same loot. And I found some trailers next to it, which I had to kill more zombies. And I made some food and just looted the first trailer, and then went over to the second one. The second trailer had basically nothing inside. It was useless. There was a zombie outside, so I just went outside, killed it, came back inside, and just watched more Life of Living. Before going back to sleep, I did put a sheet over the window, because I didn't know if they could see me through the window or not with a sheet on it. I didn't have two, which was bad, but it's whatever works. On day 4, I woke up around 5 a.m. and just started reading some of the books I had while watching Life and Living. I grabbed whatever else I could from the trailers and just labeled the houses that I already looted. Then I went over to the last trailer in the area, and there was just 2 zombies banging on the windows, so I just took care of them. After that, I just watched Life and Living, and then I just labeled the last house, and just got back on the road. And this is where I spent forever walking. Holy shit, I wish it did not take so long. Here's a sped up version so you can understand, maybe. And, of course, mid-walk, it did start raining. Because, you know, why wouldn't it? After a while, I found a shack, took off my clothes, and just wrung them out, and just searched the place for whatever I could. There were some more weapons, which I definitely did need, tools, and that was all really. I mean, it's nice though. And I just sat there until my exhaustion went away. After that, I just went back outside, and I found these 2 huge-ass buildings. They had a bunch of storage in them, and can you guess what was inside? More shitty agriculture stuff. You know, I'm really getting tired of it. I feel like I have all the agriculture supplies I could need in the world. And I couldn't even figure out how to get on the second floor on top of that. So I just marked the buildings on my map and left. Then I went on another extremely long fucking walk. Eventually I found 3 more of the same buildings I just looted, which 2 of them had factory equipment inside. And the third one? More agriculture stuff, of course. At this point, I was generally thinking the only area I could find was just farm supplies. And that was it. I walked a little way from the building to just another little shack I found. I searched the shack, of course, and there's just more tools. It's a great find, though. I did find a gas can. Thank everything. So I just marked it on my map and decided to sleep there for the night. Day 5, I woke up around 4 a.m. and just left the shack. I started walking down the road again, hopefully to find something that actually wasn't agriculture related. And finally, fucking finally, I found an actual house that was 2 stories. Thank everything, bruh. There were zombies outside, so I just killed them. Then I just went back inside and started looting. I found a bunch of books and some other useful stuff. I went upstairs and just started dropping all my loot to a dresser I found into a room I liked. And honestly, I think I found a decent house that I actually would like to stay in. Unless I found like a fire station or somewhere that's just way better. This is most likely going to be my new home for a while. So I just started bringing everything from downstairs to upstairs. And I did go outside afterward to check the little shack with the house, and there was not jack shit. It was extremely disappointing. I went back upstairs and decided to move the TV from another room into the room I was staying in already. Because if I'm going to live in that room, you know, I want a TV in it. I did watch some more Life and Living after that and just read some more books. And finally, I got to sleep in an actual bed and not the damn floor. A nice comfortable bed. I woke up 4 hours after getting into the bed at midnight. I genuinely thought I actually got a break and found a real place to sleep. And this dumbass character won't sleep at all for some reason. God, bro. This is so annoying. I just passed the time by reading some of the books, and I just watched Life of Living. Eventually, I went downstairs and just filled all my water bottles up again. Then I marked the house I was staying in as my new home on the map. I went out to some of the other houses nearby and just started looting them. I found a map about some piano teacher, which I thought was kind of random, but I'll take it, I guess. And I also found a bunch of food, so that was useful. I brought everything home, and I just stocked up into the dresser and anything I could into the fridge, and just started resting in bed. I kept reading while just watching Life and Living. And eventually decided to go back outside to check the little shack I saw earlier. And this time I found some useful stuff that I could actually take into the home with me. There were some weapons, there's some metal bars, some tools, and a welding torch, which I thought was crazy useful. Which I didn't actually know if it was useful or not, I just grabbed it. I brought everything back and just moved a few things around and went back to sleep. I woke up after a couple hours again. I generally don't even know what's wrong with my character. You know, I finally found a bed and everything, and I just keep getting terrible sleep every day. I don't know why. So I just sat there through the night and read again. When Life and Living came on, I just watched it. And I just read for the whole goddamn day. And then I just went back to sleep, and that was the end of day 7. I'm definitely going to continue this and try to get farther if I can. And if you watched this entire video, I thank you. Goodbye.